That would be lovely. I invited Berg, but of course he's icing me because he's a dick. I'm just kidding. Berg, if you're listening, you're not a dick. I love you, buddy. Alright, guys, I'm going to tell you guys a little story here. Let's make sure we're not lagging first. I'm going to take care of the leg monster first. Alright, so here's the story. So, about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I love Milky Chance. So I'm a big fan of Milky Chance at the time. Milky Chance is an artist. He sings like electronic folk music or something. I don't know what the genre is, but I really like Milky Chance. And so I'm listening to his music a lot. My girlfriend surprises me and she says, hey, Milky Chance is in town tonight. We got to go to the concert. So we go to this concert. We don't have tickets. So we show up. There's a guy selling tickets. I go up to him like, hey man, I got to buy some tickets. And he's like, yeah, you know, $50. And I'm like, are these good tickets? He's like, of course, man, I'm here every week. My word is my bond. You can always trust me. So I buy tickets from this guy. 2 tickets, $50 each. We go up, we're at Red Rocks in Colorado, just outside of Denver. We go up to the concert, we park outside, and I'm having a great time. Like, everything's going good, the weather's good, I'm going to Milky Chance, I got tickets. Me and my girlfriend are in my car, we're hanging out, we're drinking, not driving, obviously, the car's parked. We're drinking a little bit, hanging out, getting a good time going. All of a sudden, we hear the music going. We're like, oh my gosh, we're late. We run up, and so we come behind the back of the amphitheater, so we're in line to see the show. And he's playing, and I see everyone in the crowd is singing along to my favorite song without me, because I'm late, clearly, to this concert, which sucks. So the guy goes to scan my ticket, and the tickets are void. The tickets are bunk. He's like, yo, these tickets have already been used. And I'm like, I just bought them. He goes, probably from a scalper. And I'm like, that's absolutely right. Turns out the tickets are fake. So I sit there outside of the concert, and I watch a bunch of strangers sing along to my favorite song without ever seeing Milky Chance. It sucked. It was terrible. So I started scheming up. I'm like, yo, I gotta get this guy. Like, I have to get this guy back. Because revenge is really big for me. I'm a big fan of revenge. A lot of people think, like, oh, if you get revenge, you won't feel better. But I disagree with that. I am actually a big fan of revenge. So I draw. So the next time there's a concert in town, 2 weeks later, there's a country concert at Red Rocks, and I draw a big sign, make a big poster board, and it says, "This guy sold me fake tickets." And I know where the guy's gonna be because I could tell he's like one of those scalpers who's always on the side of the road. He had like a tent set up. So I go there, and I get out of the car, and I'm like, I'm going to stand right up the road from this guy with my sign that says, this guy sold me fake tickets. And, but I'm like, before I do that, I'll go talk to him. And so I walk up to the guy, and this is 2 weeks of me, like, hating this guy. Like, I'm not sleeping. I'm up on my roof chain smoking cigarettes, hating this guy. Just directing so much. I'm hating everyone around me. Like, an old lady at the grocery store says something to me, I throw something at her because I'm so upset by this guy wronging me. So I go up to him, I'm like, hey man, I made this sign, and I'm here to, and the guy's like, oh my god, you're that guy. I sold you those tickets, and right after you left, I also sold them online on accident. I'm so sorry. And he hands me a $100 bill and says, here's your money back. And that's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is sometimes you get screwed over, and it's an accident. And that's it. The guy gave me my money back and apologized. I never had to use my sign. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Alright. So early push here by Legend. I like Legend turning the heat on Zain a little bit. I love that. Picks up a miner. Going after the tanks. Could hit this refinery. Probably going for the refinery. Sells the refinery. Now working up the backside. Going to try to go for these war factories. Immediately targets the sentry gun. Knows the sentry gun's coming. Takes out the sentry gun. What's he going for now? I'm not sure exactly. Oh, going right for the tanks, maybe. Knows he's got him out tanked. I don't know. That's hard. I mean, defensively, you're always going to be down. You have the sentry guns coming. I don't know about that. I feel like he could have picked up a war factory. Maybe could have picked up another miner strategically. But good. Elmo, I'm with you, man. I think that guy probably did screw me over, but I think the moral of the story and the positive light is actually better for me, because to be fair, I'm such a fan of revenge that I oftentimes do mistake it. You know, it's like one of those things where if you walk around with a hammer, everything starts looking like a nail. I'm definitely responsible for that. I get I get so caught up on my revenge plots in my life that sometimes people haven't actually wronged me. Okay, okay, okay. So now Zain with his own counterattack here, pulling out. Oh, met up by some reinforcements. Gonna gather here. Okay, both players doing a little bit of a dance, the Rhino dance, as we call it, the Rhino dance. Looking pretty even right here, pretty even. Zain looking slightly out-tanked right now. Let's see if Legend goes for a split or just tries to take him head-on. Naruto? Is that a show, Elmo? And this goes head in with it. See what happens here. Zain on the run. Met up by a couple reinforcing tanks, but gonna be... Ooh, gonna get that tank. That tank's cut off from the group. You never like to see that. Oh, pulls back out. Good job. And Zain is severely down on tanks here. Picks up the straggler, splits. So he's got a smaller group to engage Zain's attacking force, and he's taking another group towards the homeland. So a couple of those tanks got split up going around the cliff. That's no good. Easily matched here defensively. That Legend doesn't stand anything to gain on that particular front. He can pull. Oh, he's got to be careful of those two veterans in that group. Probably. Okay, yep. Okay, gets those. Nice. But I think Zain. Yep, and... oh, well, actually, Legend's able to persevere on this front as well. So Legend seems to have come out on top there. He picks up an elite. Yep, and some guys on the backside. Legend is... Or Zain is now completely in crisis management mode. And he's still pumping out rhinos, Tesla troopers. No desos, no drones. He's still trying to fight it out. And that's a good little batch of rhinos, though. He might be able to pull this one out here. And the big thing is, this is why you want to hit that economy, because that tit for tat, Legend was able to win some of those fights, but didn't take a lot of miners with him. And Zain's going to come back, and you already see Zain, with his another tank army right behind it. Forced to sell the MCV. Ooh, gets on the cliff. That's a nice move by Zain, getting up on that cliff. He's gonna, yep, wins that engagement. Those straggler. Ooh, I really thought, yeah, I mean, Legend took a couple of the small ones there, but that's huge for Zain in this group with that elite. Legend would need to start. Legend's sitting fat on economy right now, 10k. He would need to get some drones out, maybe. Yeah, here comes the drones. Gets a drone in that elite. That is what he needed, but... Yeah, and the show goes on. The show goes on. But the moral of this story is the story of economy. Because, if Legend can hold out... I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see a drone there. I'd like to see some drones and some sentry guns, because his economy is so strong that, yeah, he could have held out from this attack. But now those veterans, he's got the, oh, it's an elite conscript. Elite conscript isn't so deadly. Yeah, and Zain bringing in the conscripts. So Zain's kind of Zain's going for broke here. 3 miners. Yeah, Legend's economy's not looking much better. Yep, and he's going to take a hit here. That's his last patch of ore. Everyone else is on dirt. Zain, with that elite, he's going to be able to pull this one out, I believe. Oh, no, doesn't pull out there. Definitely is lost pretty much all of his miners. So now both players have had their economy absolutely kicked in the nuts. And now, and we have devolved into a knife fight at this point. Both players just no miners. And Zain, Legend pushing in here. And Zain just continuing with the conscripts. Get used to the conscripts. Zain in Legend's base here. Legend now selling war factories, probably to try to pump out some drones, would be my guess. Let's see if we see a drone come here. Oh, still pumping rhinos. Still pumping rhinos. Hey, and you know what? That's the warrior spirit, because you can't win a game with drones. You gotta have the rhinos at the end of the day. And at this point, it's like whatever you can build is what you get, because no miners. Oh, Zain has one miner, and that's it. Yep. Zain picks up the win. I'm going to remember to update the scoreboard. Don't worry, guys. You don't have to tell me about it. I got you. I got you. Yeah, that was a close. I mean, that's absolutely that was a tight one. Really, really tight. Okay, this is match point. Oh, no, sorry, this is best of 5. This is best of 5. Not match point. Everyone relax. Everyone relax. This is the championship, though. Best of 5. Zain goes America. Okay. Boys and girls, put on your seat belts. We got ourselves a banger here. A banger. And Legend bringing out Soviet, of course, running his usual stuff. Let's see what Zain brings with his allied look here. All right, getting a little tight. Next, feeling a little bit. Coming on 3 hours of the stream. I had this whole plan for this whole tournament to go 3 hours. You know, without the disconnects, we had some delays. 3 minutes is pretty close, I suppose. 3 hours, I'd say. Pretty good little single-day tournament. Zain's dog comes out on top, the alpha dog. If I was a superstitious person, of course, I would believe that the alpha dog determines the winner of the game. I am not superstitious, so that does not matter. Early AFC coming out. Zain looking for those Rocketeers. Good anti-scout by Zain. Gets that GI out to stop the dog. And that's nice for Allied. You know, with Soviet, the anti-scout, well, you can't really anti-scout, but it's not really that valuable. As a Soviet player, like, people kind of know what you're doing when you're doing it. As Allied, you have a couple different looks that you can present. If you're going early tech, you're going BS, you're going maybe air. So the anti-scout for Allied is definitely beneficial. Super early Rhino from Legend. Probably a good look here. To just push early. Needs to get a flak track in there, or that Rocketeer can kind of stay busy on him. Yep. And so Zain recognizes it. He's going to have that Rocketeer with his single pistol and almost no damage. Do some... Nope, and there goes the flak. And that's a bunch of money down the drain for Zain. Zain's got the Prism Tower out, trying to protect his investment there on that second ore patch. Drops some GIs as well. And you see him pushing the tech. Another War Factory from Legend. Classic Rhino push. Gotta try. You want to hit him early here. Oh, but here comes the first Battle Fortress. Isn't going to get it quite in time, though. And that's great. That's great recognition by Legend to push that early. If you can get those 4 Rhinos in before the Allied has this time to kind of develop what he's doing, that's certainly a good move. Ooh, if that Prism Tower can just do a little bit more damage. Oh, and that's going to be, yep, and that's it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't see Allied played very often. Because it's very difficult to win. Although we do have big butts. Big butts. We do have Big Butt in our chat this evening, and of course he is capable of winning with Allied, so it can be done. Obviously Andy runs it as well, so it's hard though. It is hard. Yeah. Veto. All right, on to the next. On to the next. Zain, what do we got? I always wonder, like, what goes on in, like, the 30 seconds it takes for a player to choose a map. Like, are they, like, looking at their diary of wins? Or, like, what exactly are they consulting? Okay. Oh, shit. I didn't have that on. No players did anyway. Alright. I actually have a good story for you guys. Okay, so we're gonna start calling it the lull. The lull is the first 90 seconds of the game when there's no engineers and nothing happens. I got a good story for you guys. Okay. So there's this thing. This is gonna blow your guys' minds, seriously. Okay. So it's called Fatal Feline Syndrome. You can Wikipedia it if you want. Fatal Feline Syndrome. No need to Wikipedia because I'm going to tell you about it. So, there's this thing that scientists noticed with mice, or rats specifically. So rats, when rats, in order to survive, obviously they stay close to walls. They're always ready to hide. And they also avoid the smell of cats because cats eat them. So, the smell of cats, cat urine, that scares off rats. So, there's this thing called Fatal Feline Syndrome. And there's specific rats, and they just swag around. Like, they'll just wander in the middle of the kitchen and they just chill. And if they smell cat urine, they'll go, look at these dogs not able to eat the engineers. Okay, so these rats, these specific rats, they'll smell cat urine and they'll go investigate it. Like if they smell a cat, they'll be like, yo, what's that? And they'll wander over to investigate the cat. So scientists were trying to figure out like what's going on with these specific rats. Like they're not behaving at all in a intuitive way in order to survive as rats. So they killed some of them and dissected them, and they found a bacteria, and it's actually a bacteria that gets into the rat. Now, in order for this bacteria to evolve, and this is common with a lot of bacteria, it needs to go on to a new host, specifically a larger mammal. So this bacteria starts in mice and rats, but it wants to move on to a cat, which means it wants its host to get eaten. So the fatal feline syndrome bacteria, oh, good drone. Okay, gets one rhino. So the fatal feline syndrome, the bacteria responsible for this, it starts in a rat, and then once it's over the rat, it starts releasing dopamine in the rat's brain. And this dopamine in the rat's brain makes it just behave erratically. Like it's literally making its host behave in a way that is likely to get it eaten by a cat. And that way the bacteria can move on to the cat. So it's kind of this interesting idea like, oh, early rhino, super early rhino push by Legend, like that. Is he going to try to get this oil? So it's an interesting idea because I think so often we're like tempted to think like, oh, the human brain, like it's looking out for us, survival of the fittest. But your brain can be affected, your body can be affected by bacteria or viruses that cause you to behave in a way that is counterproductive to your survival, specifically if that bacteria or virus wants you to get eaten, which is the case of fatal feline syndrome, which affects rats because the bacteria that is in the rats wants to get eaten by the cat. So, now your minds are blown. Legend coming strong again. Hits this oil. It's going to be a nice cutoff of the expansion. Small, so you would be talking about this bacteria trying to move from a cat to a bigger host and causing humans to behave erratically. I have never heard that before. That would be absolutely fascinating. But I've never heard that before. But it could be the case, certainly. Yeah, Elmo, that's kind of the idea. So I think, like, you know, like, so think about, like, when you're sick or something and you're like, for some reason I'm really sick, all I want to do is drink, like, soda. I just want to drink sugar. My body's telling me to do it, so it must be a good idea. But actually, the bacteria in your body might just want you to do it. It might be tricking you into thinking you want sugar, but maybe the sugar is actually working against you. You know, that's just an example. Okay, sorry, I'll try to focus. Well, it's interesting because Legend, nice push here. Is he gonna goes for the tanks? Now we can get the miner. Nice, super early push, and you see Legend's expansion has been completely left to his own devices up there. Great early push by Legend. Zain's gonna have a hard time recovering here. Zain throws the G's. Wow. Nice super early push. Super early push by Legend. Pulls out to be successful. And the game continues because this is best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so Zain's going to BRB 5 minutes. Let's run a The Last of Us. Small, no, I've never heard of that before. Hey, but I'm glad you're interested in creepy bacteria. Some people in the chat, you guys want to hop? Should we run an FFA while Zain's gone? Zain's going to be gone for 5 minutes. We can run a $5 FFA if you guys want. If you guys want to hop in, if we got 4 or 5 people, hop in. Password's 99. If we get 4 or 5 people, we'll run an FFA. We can run a tiny map or something if you guys want. Keep the people going. Password 99. If you guys want to hop in, if we can get so we're waiting on Zain to come back. Zain and Legend are going to finish out this championship game here in just a second. If you guys want to hop in here, we can run an FFA. If you guys don't want to hop in, that's fine. I don't know why I think that like typing to the chat to tell them to come play an FFA will work better, but for some reason I've decided to do that. We can play a tiny map. Come on, it'll be real quick. We'll play a tiny map. It'll be real fun. It'll be really fun. There's a 10-minute timer on it. It'll be real easy. You got 25 people in the chat. I know at least one of you guys wants to come play. Come on. All right, no one wants to do it? That's fine. Yes, Elmo, let's go. All right, a couple more. Come on. I only need like 2 more guys. Just give me 2 more bodies. We'll run it. Elmo, Gene, Legend. All right, fine. We will run a... Kaj, come on, dude. Oh, hey, Kaj, thanks for the bits, dude. I appreciate it. Oh, Chris, I think I missed your follow. Thanks for the follow if you're still here. That was 2 hours ago. My bad. Yes, Small. I just watched it. No worries, man. No worries, no worries. Kaj, download the game, man. Then I'm all about the spectator hangout and play experience. You know, you can play some FFAs, watch the pros and the 1v1s. I kept waiting for Andy to come in, sneak in here with a snarky comment after he vetoed my tournament for turning on multi-NG. I was like, give me a couple hours and Andy's going to come sneaking in here with some snarky comment. Andy would have loved to have you, man. Could have made our 8th man. Would have been a lot of fun, buddy. Well, this is a good old-fashioned land rush, tiny map, 3-player. This just cracks me up. Like, there's just no way I'll ever get bored of this. Yeah, Andy, yes. Yes. I love it. You never disappoint. You never disappoint. All right. The early battle bunker battle. Who can repair their battle bunker? It's whoever smashed the repair button faster. Yes. Elmo and Legend. Oh, and Gene just... And Legend calls it. So Legend does not like playing these games for whatever reason. But in this particular instance, I kind of tricked him into it. Like, he's already in the game and I just started it. So he couldn't really like back out, which I just kind of find hilarious. But so I need to let Elmo know here that it's not the barracks that gives money. You have to build oil derricks. Yeah. So last week on this map, we had it set so that the yeah. Yeah. Um, so last week when we were playing the tiny maps, the barracks gave you money. So anyway, yeah, last week the barracks was what generated money for you. This week we added an oil derrick, which I did kind of clearly explain, but anyway, I might have not explained it perfectly, but so here we are. That's why Elmo is down in the corner camping and building barracks like an idiot. But anyway, we'll see what happens here. Again, guys, we are just killing some time. The championship game is going to continue right after this. Zain just needed a couple-minute break, so the championship continues right after this. Legend and Zain, we're just killing some time right now. And the war miner just cleaning up, and Elmo loses the game. But you know. Oh, Elmo, come on, buddy. We needed more from you. And Gene didn't DC from it either, so he gets the $5. All right. Zain versus Legend. Legend is up 2-1. Zane's on a quick break here, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to get right back at it here in just a second. Andy, you can come co-host the championship, the last couple points if you want. I don't know how upset you are, if you're still pouting or not. If you're not pouting, you can hop in, though. Be fun. Dude, I don't know what you mean, show me those maps. I can show you the map. I don't understand what, like, and oh. I don't get, I have to show you the map? Let's go. But he's played the maps, so, like, oh, they're new maps. Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right. Cal, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for being on top of it, buddy. I need the support. Andy, you coming in the chat or no? Or no? That's what all my friends in North Dakota, they say that a lot. They say or no. Like, whenever you ask someone to do something, you just say or no afterwards. Like, or no. And it's like a way of kind of like not really committing to anything. So it's like saying like, hey, Andy, you coming in the chat or no? And it's like saying like, yo, you want to come in the chat? I don't care. But it's a way of like, you know, separating yourself from caring and feelings, which is kind of like an effective means to combat being not cool. Okay, Zane's going to Allied. All right. Yeah, I'm good. All right. I said you want to come in or no. So it's like I didn't even care if you wanted to or not. So I'm not even upset about it. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. not a fan of the format, and swear word map. Got it. Appreciate the feedback. Uh-oh. Oh, is this where they're supposed to start? So, for those of you who don't know the map, which is pretty much everyone. Yeah, so this was years ago, like when he was like really popular, you know. I was just like Stolen Dance and Feather and River or whatever. It was just all the popular ones. I really liked him when he first came out, and then it was like every single coffee shop played his stuff nonstop, and then it made me want to make a suicide joke. Okay. Wow, lots of text. We got power plants, we got oil, we got an airport. Looks like this is kind of the center point of contention here. That's hilarious. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like, I understand, like, a lot of you guys saying, like, oh, this map sucks or whatever. It's like, dude, honestly, not watching two good Soviet players play on Heck, like, I get bored. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I get bored. So, I find this hilarious. He's made a robot control, which I also find hilarious. And, I'm actually pretty entertained by this. Oh my god. So there's a little island down here? Wow, this is very odd. Hey, you know what? When you guys signed up for RE2 Cash Games, you were signing up for entertainment. You were signing up to see something new. And that's where we are. And to be fair, I don't think Andy even knows the map. Andy, did you even know there was oil down here? Probably not. I don't think they can get in, though, can they? Because there's a fence? Can that thing destroy fences? I have to see what happens right now. Okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else, but... taking over buildings... I don't know what's about to happen. Early rhinos again from Legend. And so those the robot tanks, ooh, just not gonna matter. Legend throws the early G's. Yep. Yeah, I don't mind the map, but it's weird. Oh, that's the series too. Oh shit, my foot mouse turned off. Damn. And that is the series, ladies and gentlemen. Legend takes it.